Developing a self-reliant defence industry has long been a priority of the Turkish government. While Turkey is currently the second largest military in NATO, for many years it has largely depended on defence imports to support its forces. The Turkish government has made it a priority to make the defence industry 100% independent by 2053, increase its export capacity to $50 billion a year, and have at least 10 Turkish companies among the top 100 in the world. In recent years, there have been considerable strides towards achieving these goals. Turkey is also carving out a place for itself as a global defence exporter. According to the Stockholm Peace and Research Institute, between 2009 and 2019, Turkey increased its military expenditure by 65%, reaching $19 billion. In 2018, Turkey was ranked 15th in the world for military expenditure, and in that year, increased spending by 24%, which was the highest increase among the top 15 military spenders in the world. According to SIPRI data, Turkey is currently the world's 14th largest major arms exporter, making up 1% of the total global exports. Between 2013 and 2017, Turkey increased its arms exports by 145%, the highest percentage increase in the world. In 2018, Turkey's defence exports increased by 17% compared with the previous year, posting over $2 billion in export revenue. Turkey now exports defence products to a number of different regions across the world, with the top destinations of Turkish defence exports being the United States, Oman and Germany. Turkey has also signed significant defence deals with Pakistan, Ukraine and Qatar. In 2019, Hungary became the first country in the EU to buy armoured vehicles made by a Turkish firm. Data from the Presidency of Defence Industry notes that sector revenue increased from $1.86 billion in 2006 to $8.6 billion in 2018. With the growth in exports, Turkey's defence imports have also been decreasing over time. According to official statements, Turkey has reduced its reliance on defence imports from around 80% in 2002 to 35% today. There are now approximately 179 Turkish defence firms producing a wide range of defence-related products and equipment. In a sign of its growing competitiveness in the global market, 5 Turkish companies were listed in this year's prestigious Defence News Top 100 Companies list, posting nearly $4 billion in defence revenue. 4 firms, Aselsan, Turkish Aerospace Industries, STM and Roketsan, all increased in their ranking compared to the previous year, with one firm, BMC, entering the list for the first time. These developments are all signs that Turkey is making progress towards its defence objectives. However, there are some challenges. The recent economic slowdown might see a decrease in Turkey's expenditure in defence in the coming years. Furthermore, relationships with defence partners might see changes as a result of Turkey's acquisition of the S-400 missile system from Russia, and the subsequent uncertainty of Turkey's future position in the F-35 jet fighter program. Turkey's commitment to achieving an independent defence industry will likely be a significant part of its economic and defence strategy in the coming years.